Everyone, trust you all are doing well. We're just going to update our reply view, this one right here, to the view that we just copied over in our code editor. So I just want this to be updated to a new view because I actually don't want the replies to actually look like this. So let's quickly do that. So let's go to our code editor. Right, so this is the view that we have in update. So we just post the original body. As you guys remember, the copy that we copied over in that folder right there, just go to that folder and just go for that, look for that for each thread replies as reply. Okay, so now we just need to copy that whole div between the for each. Just copy the whole div. Okay, then we're going to go back to our update and just paste it above the original body like this. Right, so this is our main div for the edit reply. Okay, and this is the one that we just copied and pasted. Right, so we're going to get rid of the original body. Okay, so we're just going to delete that for now. Okay, so the next thing, obviously we don't have the reply variable. All right, you could have changed this and done it a little bit differently. Like I explained before, you could have just passed through the reply like this. Okay, you could have passed that variable and just set it to there, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do all the things individually. Okay, so now we can actually delete. Let's just go here. You can delete now that show copy. Okay, after you've copied that over, so I'm just going to delete it, because if you don't use things in your folders and stuff like that, just delete it. All right, so the next thing that we want to do is we want to pass the original body. Okay, so now we just want to pass in that variable. Okay, apply body. All right, just remember this variable is coming from our component. Let me just this component right here. So I'm just passing that variable. That variable is set just to the reply body. Okay, so that's the one right there. The next thing that we will need is we need now a couple of variables. We need one for the author, okay, because we're going to get an error, and we need one for the created ad. Okay, so obviously we're still going to deal with the likes. All right, so that is also coming in the future episodes. All right, so let's set up the author and the created ad date, and just okay. So let's go to update. Just create a new variable. So public. This one is just going to be the author. And then we're going to create another one for the date. Okay, so public, I'm just going to call it, let's skip it, created date. All right, just to kind of, if someone looks at the date, they can actually see the date. They can actually see what it means. Okay, so this author, all right, this author is just referencing the class public variable author. Okay, and this is going to equal to our reply author. Right, just remember we created a class inside because of the trait that we passed through our model, the author right there. Okay, that's why we can call on it like this. The next one is this created ad, okay, which we're referencing this one right here. That one is going to equal to our reply ad. Okay, so now we have this public variables available in our update view. All right, so in this view right here, as you can see, our avatar of this author, now we can just reference that public variable author like this. Okay, for our created ad date, this one right here, we can just, instead of the whole, we can just do it like this, created ad. Right, so we got that public variable coming from our view, our component right there. Right, so let's save that and see what it looks like. We obviously have to do a couple of styling now. Add some more Tailwind properties, because things will be thrown out a little bit. So let's go back. Right, so this is how the view looks like. As you can see, things are not looking, let me just zoom in a bit. All right, so this is how the view looks like. All right, so our admin, this is quite nice. It's positioned quite nice. Now the thing is, I want this to be positioned absolute. Then I just want to move it down to the bottom. And okay, so that's the only thing that I would do here. All right, so let's do that quickly. All right, so on the main div right here, it's this one. Okay, I just want to make a position. Where's that called main? This is the main div for our reply. This one right here. I just want to do a position of relative. Okay. Then on the div where the likes and the date are, I just want to make them absolute. And I want to position, let's position them bottom. Let's try 1 just to see where it is. Refresh. Okay, as you can see, it moved to the bottom. I want to just give it the width of full, and so that they can actually take up the full width right there. Okay, so I made it a width full. Let's go back, just refresh. Right, so now we got our reply right there. Now, the only thing is, I don't like this date. Like I said, we can just add that format, the div for humans, to be the same as this posted 22 hours ago. Right, so the created ad, and we can just pass the div for humans. Right, so let's see. As you can see, now it's 20 hours ago. All right, we're still going to deal with the likes on the main post itself and on the replies. We're still going to deal with that. All right, let's see if we click the edit button. Okay, so that shows, and if we save, it's supposed to update the view right there. As you can see, it updates the view. Quite nice. All right, let me just delete the S's, save. It updates the view as well. All right, so that's what I wanted to do. So let's say I want to log out. Just log out again. And just log in as John. Okay. Okay, we don't see obviously the edit button. Let's just post something as John. Post something as John. All right, as you can see, now the replies actually stack neatly underneath each other. That's what I wanted to do. Just wanted to check if that is okay. All right, so if I click the edit, it's good. All right, that's it for this one. I just wanted to update this view. Obviously, the next part will be to edit a delete button right here. So if the user wants to actually delete their reply, they can do that as well. So I'm not quite sure how I want to do this, using Livewire as well to maybe do that, but we will see. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you don't, please give it a dislike. And thank you. See you in the next one.